What if stores were only open on Black Friday? So one thing I was thinking of in the food category my first thing I looked at was whether you would even be able to get food that would last that year if you buy it all on the same day, because food perishes sometimes. And then I realized that cans exist, and all that problems went away because you can just put fucking anything in a can. Obviously, like prep stuff like soups and fruits and veggies, but another couple other canned things are burgers, bacon. You can put cheese in a can. You can put butter in a can. And my personal favorite thing in a can is just a whole chicken.
Yeah, I was gonna say the whole chicken. I was gonna mention that if you didn't.
That's like my favorite. Like I always see it on like those like Cutthroat Kitchen, those competition cooking shows, and it's just like it's not even that big a can, and then just like pops out like this whole chicken.
That is it's a literally terrifying thing to me. Honestly, I am not happy about the existence of canned chickens.
But every time they make it, they're like, "Wow, this is really good." I'm like, "Fuck, is it just tastier because it's been like marinating in itself?"
No. They're lying.
I don't mind the idea of canned chicken, but when you add an S to it,
yeah,
canned chickens.
Yeah. So, and one other thing, as far as like planning out your transport for things, your transport has to go places, and I think going to a gas station and trading money for gas is a cash transaction. So that would be a gas station counts as a store.
That is very true.
So the average car consumes 500 gallons of fuel in a year. Assuming you're driving around a U-Haul, you're probably closer to like 800 or 1,000. So say you're at 1,000, then per U-Haul truck, you're going to need 20 55-gallon drums of gasoline that I guess you just store in your garage and hope nothing happens to.
That sounds safe. Really safe.
Yeah, so there's definitely a few things that are tough to get on that day, and they're going to require some big transporting things, like, or if you ever want to replace any of the furniture in your home, I think you just go to Home Depot and get wood and just learn how to build things.
Right.
What if you want to go like holiday shopping or like buy something for someone's birthday that's like half a year away?
Man, dude, you got to plan ahead for these things.
Yeah, you got to really write it down.
You got to buy every single holiday. You got to prepare for Valentine's Day.
I mean, it's that, or you give people a lot of, like, macaroni necklaces and shit. Like,
God, fuck, I'm screwed. It takes me, like, an hour to pick out a birthday card for one person, so...
Well, on the bright side,
is going to be in Hallmark.
In this universe, you're going to be able to buy a box of 600 of them that you just keep in your, like, closet and pull one out at random to give to people, so...
So, anyhow, onto my main point. That was just a couple side things that I found fun. The thing about stores is that you need a cashier to do the money thing. And you're not going to have cashiers because stores only open one day. It's not going to be like anyone's job is cashier. And people...
Well, they'll just get paid like a lot, right? To do that one job.
You can't even, because if you spend your day as a cashier, you will die because you haven't gone shopping.
You can't buy anything.
I think it is a like, the way people like hire more people for holidays. You hire people for this one day, pay them a lot, and you can only hire people who like are in a stable relationship.
Yeah, I'll get there. Ben.
Okay.
I'll get there, Ben.
You go with it.
So my first solution for this was self-checkout, because you see that a lot of places now. There's a couple problems with that, though. One, while it sounds really convenient, it's actually super slow compared to people doing it. I don't have exact comparison numbers, so I just wrote down it's slow as fuck in my notes.
Just because people don't know how to use it, or why?
Yeah, and just it takes longer because it's not like someone who has because you have to scan it and then put it in the wait area for it to register, and then get the next item, and then scan it and then put it in the wait area to do it, and the cashier can just go beep 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 and get them all done. There's also a theft problem with self-checkout places. So my question is, guys, have you ever stolen anything or gotten yourself a quote-unquote discount at the self-checkout?
I have not, but I can tell a story about watching someone do it. You know, the banana trick?
The banana trick. I read about that. Ben, you want to talk?
I have seen it happen. So I was once at Stop and Shop, and I saw someone go through, they had a pretty decent cart of groceries, and they registered every single item that they had in their cart as bananas and weighed them and bought them for the banana by weight price.
Every item?
Every single item. And what's ridiculous, the machine, it says, weigh your bananas every single time. And somehow no one ever noticed.
I read about it as just like, they'll take one item like the steak they bought for dinner and do the banana trick.
Yeah, that's
But
the
every
the
item.
traditional thing is you get like a steak and you get your steak and bananas and put them on I think at the same time and say it's all bananas. But no, I saw a dude literally put everything he bought.
What if they check the receipt and it just says bananas?
Weigh your bananas.
Just over and over.
Yes.
And either they just didn't care or no one noticed somehow.
So, depressing statistic here. They did some studies on it, and of people surveyed, over 20% of people admitted to gaming the self-checkout system.
Really?
Over 20%. And the study continued, so they tracked $21 million of self-checkout items. In that $21 million, $850,000 of items were stolen.
Yeesh.
Which is like 5% of like... So just like every time you would buy something for $100, like you just swipe $5 away from the cashier, and literally everyone does that.
I mean, if you're on Black Friday and this is just like the day for shopping, maybe the stores just like account for that. They prepare for it. They know they're going to lose 5%.
I don't think you can do it with the volume. I think it's even easier and the stakes are higher, and it's going to be a bigger problem because like, I think you're tempted to do something when you're, dinging a bunch of things in self-checkout and suddenly your bill's at like $95 and you still have half a cart to scan and you're like, ooh, I didn't expect it to be that much. If you're scanning and your bill is at like $9,500 and you're like, ooh, gonna max out my credit card soon, guess everything else is bananas.
I guess it's also easier to hide one chicken nugget out of like a billion chicken nuggets.
Yeah, so I don't think self-checkout's an option. So you need tellers to do this. So here's the thing. If you are a single person, you cannot be a cashier because you will die.
Right.
Because you will not be able to go shopping because
You
no one
mean
will go
like
shopping for
not
you.
married, as in single?
Yeah, single. Yeah. So I think the solution is when you get married, you get put into the equivalent of a super shitty jury duty pool.
Oh my god, you draft cashiers.
You draft cashiers. So I was thinking, you get in the pool, and only one person in each couple could be selected. Excuse me. And if your number comes up, you get a shift as a cashier. So the next question was, how many would we need and how long would their shifts be? So at Walmart, they actually, part of the employee things is for the cashiers, they actually track how many items they scan per hour. And it's like, not a competition, but kind of like is a measure of employee performance. So like, I was like reading these forums, like all these Walmart employees were like, yeah, I'm up to like, 1,200 items scanned per hour. And people were like, what, how? Like I try my hardest, I only get to like 700 or whatever. And then they compare about how busy they are. So in the busiest locations, it looks like the average time is about 1,000 items scanned per hour.
That seems pretty high.
I mean, it's per hour.
hour.
So,
Yeah.
in a minute, it's like, a few, I can't math. Forget it. So say the average shopper, being very efficient because you have to plan this, gets 200 items in an hour, which I think is reasonable because if I spend like an hour at the supermarket and if I just like grab shit off the shelf, I think I could get to 200 items. And I think that's what I would need to survive for the year. So if the average shopper gets 200 items in an hour, and you need to scan, and the average person scans 1,000 items in an hour, about 1 in 5 people, one out of 5 of everyone needs to be shopping to check people out. So in the United States, about 50% of the people are married. And, cut that in half because half of all the married couples is 25% of the people are available to cover the 1/5 of people that need the shifts.
Okay.
So basically, you have 1/5 of the 24-hour day, assuming this is a 24-hour shopping day, which is 100% will be. You need 4.4 hours of work. If everyone worked, you need 4.4 hours out of everyone. But since there's only 25% of people who can work, you have to multiply that 4.4 by 4. So the shift is everyone has to do it. One person in every couple has to do it, and they have to work a 16.5-hour shift.
Wow.
So it's gonna suck.
Okay, we can make this better. Hold on.
Yeah, can't you just have more people work and have shorter shifts?
No, because there's not any more people to work.
I mean, they don't have to be married. Like if you're single and you work like a 4-hour shift, you have the rest of the 24-hour day.
I don't know if you can afford to lose even those 4 hours. Like, you're gonna spend like 4 hours at the grocery store. You're gonna spend like 2 hours at the gas station, and like then you have to buy all the other shit you need to buy for your entire year. Like, you're gonna be busy.
Hmm.
You're gonna be fucking busy, Chris.
Well, as long as the government steps in, we'll all be fine.
Yeah, as long as the government steps in and does the shitty jury duty pool, we're good.